Hello, everyone. I am kind of new to YouTube, at least this side of YouTube. I kind of did some other stuff in the past, but nothing too big. But anyways, hi. In this video today, I have no hate intended. I have no thoughts really gathered. I have like a little spreadsheet in front of me just to explain what I kind of want to talk about, but please sincerely take this as I have no hate to choreographers or the dancers involved. I love you guys. You guys are all talented that I'm mentioning in this, but this is more just my opinion. Now, my opinion does not agree with everyone, obviously. That's why it's called an opinion. So I genuinely would love to talk to you guys in the comments. If this video obviously blows up, there might be like three of you watching this, and you're all like, dude, you're really rude, or dude, you're really blah blah blah. Anyways, continuing on, I'd love to have a discussion with you in the comments, like, no hate intended at all. Anyways, so today we're going to be talking about the influence, the sexual influence on the dance industry, which I feel like has just become so normalized that people that are my age, which I'm 21 right now, people that are my age are just so normalized with this kind of stuff that it almost feels very abnormal for me. But we're going to be talking about a couple of things. Obviously, there's stylistic differences that I may not understand. I didn't grow up in the competitive dance world. I did do some competitive dance in high school, but I did not grow up in this world. So if there is some sort of stylistic difference or some sort of anything, please let me know. But anyways, the first thing we're going to be talking about is the influence this has on really, really, really young kids. So there's a lot of, especially on YouTube, a lot of really, really sexual dance moves and choreography that's going out, and there's millions of views, 8, 9, 10 million views on these videos. But the first thing we're going to be talking about is makeup. Obviously, there's this huge trend of Sephora kids going around and all this chaos, and I don't like Sephora kids. We can go into that in another video if I even continue this channel. But there's a really, really big influence that makeup has as a young kid. When I was little, I got a makeup Barbie, and my parents literally took away all of the makeup from it because they didn't want me to learn that my value was external and I needed to use makeup and blah, 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 and I'm really thankful for that. I love, love, love makeup now that I'm an adult, and as a teenager, I loved doing my makeup, but I knew that, my face was mine and it was beautiful the way it was made. But there seems to be a large amount of makeup on kids at a young age. Now, before you say, it's stage makeup, the lights drown out their face, I'm a dance teacher too. I understand. But there is a line that is drawn between stage makeup and trying to look different or fit an industry standard. Um, Obviously teenagers are going to have fun with this, so I'm not really directing this at teenagers. I think that once you're 14, 13, a full face of makeup, if you want to do falsies, all that jazz, I think that's a fun thing to experiment with as a teenager. I think that's age appropriate, whatever you feel is comfortable. But there is really no reason a 3-year-old needs fake eyelashes, a spray tan, and hair extensions. I know this is huge in the beauty pageant world, but dance is not a beauty pageant. Dance is about passion and expression from the inside. It is athletic, it is beautiful. There is no reason we need to put a baby who doesn't even understand that they are a person fully yet in fake eyelashes, spray tan, hair extensions. Now, I understand some parents want their kids to look beautiful and they want them to have this certain look, but I feel like a lot of it, especially in the competitive dance world, is so their kids will win. I don't quite understand, coming from an outside competitive dance perspective, I don't really understand why kids need to look a certain way to win. I feel like obviously they need to be clothed and they need to have good technique, but I don't quite understand why every single dancer in the competitive world has the same full face of makeup. Now, a spray tan, I think that's very harmful for a child. They won't understand at the time, but I think that they should be viewed as beautiful no matter what. Makeup, if they're very pale, makeup will accentuate those features that will be drowned out in the light. There might be different rules and blah, 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 and, maybe people believe that the lights will drown them out, but I personally believe that those little chunky, cute 3-year-olds don't need that much covering them. They don't need to change themselves. They're cute, they're babies. Smack some blush, smack some eyeshadow, mascara, bright red lips, maybe a little tiny bit of eyebrow, put their hair up nicely, no flyaways, and they'll be beautiful and fun on stage. There's just, yeah, I don't agree with that. I think that's very influential at a young age that, oh, I need to put on makeup to be viewed as beautiful. I need to put on makeup to be seen on stage. I need to put on makeup to win attention, win awards. I just don't agree with those values, and that might just be me. But as we get into the older categories, which this was seen on Dance Moms, which I think I'll go into later. But drawing on abs and defining the body with makeup. I feel like there is a certain point, like contour, maybe a little bit of glitter shimmer on the shoulders and the collarbone, but there is really no need to define your abs or your body to make you look skinnier or fitter. There should be no reason why we are teaching kids that they need to define what they already have. Their strength will be shown in their dance. Their beauty will be shown on stage. And I feel like while on stage, that may show how toned and fit your dance group may be, it's teaching very, very harmful lessons to kids. And that's most likely going to cause eating disorders. They have this idealized body that they're seeing when they dance on stage, and as soon as the makeup comes off, they are not that. So are they viewing themselves as less worthy when they take off that makeup? Are they viewing themselves as not beautiful because they don't truly have those abs? I'm not in agreement with what that's teaching our children, especially at the 11, 12-year-old age where they could be developing eating disorders and unhealthy eating habits to try and get these unrealistic body expectations. It's terrifying to me. Does this teach our kids to be confident in their own skin, to be confident in their dancing abilities? I don't believe so. It feels as though the values that children are getting out of dance now are really not about the love of dance, and they're more geared towards how adult can I look, how grown can I look, how much makeup can I wear, how sexy can my costume be. It feels more like we're pressuring our children to look like adults, dance like adults, be as good as adults in order to feel worthy of awards and love and validation. Now, that kind of brings me into my next point, which is sexualized costumes and attire for classes. Now, I have seen the argument on social media. It helps me see my students' body better. It helps the judges see the body better. But it's really, really hard to tell if I were to hold up, and I'll try and put this on the screen right now, but it's really, really hard to tell if I were to hold up a adult lingerie, like really inappropriate bra and panty set versus a 8-year-old's child dance costume. An 8-year-old child's dance costume, which is scary, okay? I don't really see why we have kids in bras and underwear for dance. I don't understand why in the studio, what changed from wearing a leotard to be comfortable in your own skin, to show off your lines with a leotard and tights? What changed to kids going to Target, going to Walmart, buying literal bras, buying literal underwear, and wearing them to class? Now, if your child is comfortable or you are comfortable in that and you are old enough to understand that that can be viewed as appropriate and when it is appropriate to wear that, okay, I'm not talking to you, but I'm talking about, let me get my words right here. I'm talking more about the 7 to 8-year-olds who are really, really influenced by the older girls. And, I feel like there's this beauty standard in a lot of studios where all of the cool girls wear bras, all of the cool girls wear underwear, and it shows off their body, and they're hot and they're sexy. Yeah, I don't know where I'm quite going with that, so I'll move on, but it's just, yeah. And to add on top of that inappropriate kind of bra and underwear, in my opinion, the choreography in these costumes is very provocative and not age appropriate. If they're wearing maybe a sports bra and a cute skirt because it's an adorable costume, totally get that. Okay, I can maybe be in agreement with that. But when they are turning around and doing a hip roll and turning to the side, putting their elbows up and doing a booty pop, it's not age appropriate to put them in that. It doesn't really help see your body better. There's just no reason they should be shaking their butts in these little tiny skimpy swimsuits. There is a huge difference between putting your child on a beach with a crop top, like a bikini, okay? I wore those as a kid to the beach. But there is a huge, 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 huge difference between putting them on the beach to go swimming in that because it's comfortable versus putting them on stage in front of thousands of people, putting those videos online of them, and they're shaking their butts. I will say it again. There is a huge difference between wearing a bikini on the beach and wearing a bikini on stage and shaking your bottom in front of an audience for an award. There is a huge difference, and it is just not appropriate for children to be wearing undergarments on stage. That choreography. And some of the things that I've seen recently is there are sexualized songs as well. They have inappropriate costumes, inappropriate choreography, and the songs are talking about I can't even. The songs are talking about opening your legs and some other probably YouTube not appropriate things that I shouldn't be discussing. But the songs are just so sexual. They're talking about provocative terms and ideals, something that I imagine maybe would be in an adult heels class, they're 18 and up, their age of consent, like they can dance to whatever they want, but we're putting 7-year-olds on stage, booty popping, opening their legs with songs talking about doing the deed. I'm not a parent yet, but I could never imagine putting a 7-year-old on stage. As a dance teacher myself who teaches young children, I could not imagine putting my child on stage twerking to a song about opening your legs in a costume that looks like something I would wear to bed for my husband. And I don't understand how people are okay with this. What are you teaching your child? What are you teaching your children? Okay. I'm not talking about 5-year-olds shaking their hips, like side to side. I think that's adorable. And I think that when they're 2 to 5-year-olds and they have a big puffy skirt on their bottom, like they're not trying to be sexual with it, they're just shaking their hips. It's adorable. I have that in some of my choreography, but what I'm talking about more is those slow hip rolls and twerking like motions that are just not appropriate. There's no need for a child on stage to turn around in a skimpy skirt with their their leotard line showing and rolling their hips. There is no need. The hip shakes really, unless it's like a teen jazz, the hip shakes really aren't necessary for dance. I don't know. Another problem I have with choreography is teaching like 5 to 9-year-olds music video like a pop star industry like choreography that is not age appropriate. Now there's I think I saw recently like a Fosse kind of dance. Now Fosse, obviously influential, obviously something that would be fun for your kids to dance to, but a lot of his style moves are kind of sexual, and dancers at that age cannot understand the difference between sexual and stylistic. I feel like a lot of these dancers, especially with the faces that these kids are being taught to do with their dance moves, is just more provocative than stylistic. I might have just gone on my soapbox there, but the choreography might be cool for a 16 to 20-year-old, but it's not appropriate for an 8-year-old. Yeah. And I also have a problem with, obviously, I have a lot of problems with children in social media, but a lot of young fans are idolizing these inappropriate routines. Some of the ones that I'm putting on the screen, obviously, no hate intended, but if you look at the comments section on some of these videos, people are commenting, I always wanted to be this when I was younger. I want to look like them. I want to dance with them. Yes, they are amazing, phenomenal. Yes, they are amazing athletes. But this choreography is not appropriate. The kids' brains in this video and other videos are not fully developed enough to consent or understand the dual meaning of these movements. Yes, they can go in a jazz dance. Yes, they can go in different choreography, but there is a dual meaning. Twerking is sexual. It is not a it can be a dance move, obviously. In some cultures, shaking your bottom and all of that, it is culture and it's beautiful. But there is a dual meaning, and I don't think if you are that young, you have a mature enough brain to understand that people may be viewing you in a different way, which is so, so scary for these children, especially being posted on social media. Their brains are not fully developed. They do not understand that because their videos have so many views, it could be because people are watching them for that other meaning. And they're growing up to understand that these moves are considered jazz. And when they do these moves, they win awards and attention. Now, obviously, I didn't grow up in the competitive world, but when I look below all of these videos, they are awarded first place, second place, third place overall. They're given awards, they're given thousands of likes. Why are we rewarding children for twerking on a stage? Why are we awarding children for wearing skimpy outfits? Why are we not awarding the children who are appropriate and beautiful and, grasping technique and style? It's it's really disappointing to me that we're awarding kids. And again, I'll go back to this. What are we teaching these children? Once they leave the competitive world, what are we teaching these children? Oh, if I move my body like this, I get attention. Oh, if I dress like this, I get attention. They don't understand the dual meaning. And when they grow up in an environment where adults are okay with that dual meaning, they become okay with that as an adult. And they may still not fully understand that until they graduate college, which it's really sad. I think understanding is a really important concept, which is why I'm so against children doing this, because they don't understand what they're doing. The next thing I'm going to go into is social media. I kind of brought that up, but social media is, first of all, my opinion is anyone under the age of 13 does not need a momfluencer's social media account. I'll say that again. Anyone under the age of 13 does not need social media or a momfluencer account. Okay? Child influencers on social media, especially dance ones, that's what I'm talking about right now, are not protecting their children. Now, I don't know if by the time I post this video, I will have the clip, but on TikTok at one point, I saw a child, it was around Christmas time, trying on her new sports bras, which she got for Christmas or for competition season, whatever. But the child is probably about 7, 8 years old, and she's just talking to her phone. She has it set up on the wall, and she's saying, look at my new, sports bras. I just wanted to show them to you guys. Super cute, blah, 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 blah. Whatever, right? Super cute. But this child is leaning forward. She obviously doesn't have anything developed, but she's shimmying. She's popping her butt out. She's shaking her shoulders to show off her sports bra. And the video has thousands of likes, thousands of saves, thousands of comments. And I cannot imagine as a mom seeing, oh, ambulance, okay. But I can't imagine posting that on social media, and I can't imagine the demographics either of my child shimmying in a bra, and there are thousands of saves. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe those are all children, but there are plenty of other momfluencers on social media where their children are booty popping, making these eccentric faces and ohs and ahs and blah, 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 all on social media, and there are millions of saves and likes. And if you take a look at some of these statistics on some of these accounts, the demographic of people watching these videos is adult men 65 and up. Men 65 and up. The parents are making money off of exploiting their child to pedophiles. It is disgusting. It is disgusting. Parents who do this. Disgusting. If you have a dance social media account for a child, it should not be public. It should not be open to pedophiles. There was recently a controversy on TikTok where a woman posted her kid doing gymnastics on the beam. And the comments, I will literally be in tears talking about this, but the comments were, look at how flexible she is, from adult men. Wow, she's going to be great when she grows up. Wow, look at how beautiful. Look at her body. Look at how wonderful. Look at how straight her legs are. And these comments are from adult men with the really creepy selfies overhead. Adult men that are probably old enough to be my grandfather, commenting and watching and saving and liking and trying to contact these young children. And the parents are okay with that because their kid gets attention, validation, likes. It's disgusting. Disgusting. And I think what's really harmful about social media with all of this is all of it has become normalized. All of it has become cute. All of it has become winning, awesome, choreography. There is no need for your child to be doing these things. I'll get off my soapbox, obviously. I kind of covered all of my points that I jotted down. I'm not the best at speaking about all of these things, but, I'm just tired of seeing on my TikTok page and YouTube, when I look at choreography, it's sexualized, and it's something that you might see in what am I thinking? Like a Chicago musical on Broadway, which no hate because they're all adults. Lovely choreography. But it's just so harmful. And I think with this mix of parents never saying no to their kids, and kids growing up going to Sephora, and all of this recent controversy about children, I think the dance world is really exploiting that and making money off of that and winning awards off of that. And it's just really disappointing in my opinion. If you have any other, respectful opinions that go against mine, please comment. I'd love to learn more about your views. I have no hate, there is no hate intended in this video. It is just more my rage as a dance teacher and someone who loves working with children that, I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm so terrible at YouTube, but, leave a comment below if you want to debate something. I'm all down for respectful debate. If you're going to be really nice about it, I'm totally down to be nice back to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you thought. If you hated all of my opinions and you're like, dude, you're so wrong. Okay, dude, let's hear it. I'm totally down to hear. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and hopefully there'll be another one. Bye.